Hi, I'm Candace. Welcome to our conversation. It is my belief that Bahamians are brilliant people. I've always said that. I am persuaded by it. I stand by those words. I believe that everything that we need to develop and shape our communities are in our hands and in our minds. And if given opportunity that we would shine in every capacity. I believe that Bahamians, if you sit and talk with them, you'll find out great things about the world because we've been exposed, we're intelligent, and we have all kinds of capabilities. I've had the privilege of meeting such an individual. Her name is Mrs Chervette Miller. Chervette Miller is a poet, a Bahamian poet.
That I am.
Yes. She reminds me so much of Miss Carla, the late Carla Edwards. She tells story, and when she shares a poem, you will be able to relate because it is about us, who we are, our daily lives, our daily experience. But God has gifted her with the ability to say it in such a way that she entertain and educate. And everybody who's been paying attention know that our Carmichael is about empowering through education. And so I welcome today to the conversation, Miss Miller.
Wow. Well, first off, I'll have to say that my life, my daily, everyday living life inspires me. Let's say, for instance, well, I'm married, happily married, 19 years to my husband, Franklin.
Congratulations.
Let's say, for instance, there's a day where he wines me and dines me and takes me out. Through that, an inspiration will come to write a love poem.
Wow.
Let's say there's a day where we're at each other's throat and angry, and I'm so angry at him, like, God, would you give me this man for, And I can write a poem about that, about the experience that I'm having. When I went to have one of my children, after I out of it birth, push baby push, the clip
that you shared.
Yes,
yeah.
After the experience. So every experience that I had in my life, or even now as I'm living, I can write a poem based on that.
So tell us about that little black book.
Oh, the little black book, I carry it around with me because sometimes, let's say for instance, if I have a moment, I'll have an inspiration just to write. Let's say if I'm driving, let's say in a bus, and I look around in a place and I'm able to observe everybody that's there, and I can write my book, take my book and just jot down thoughts about the individuals that are there. And I have that, and I'll set that aside. And when I come back, I'm ready to write that poem. I'll go back in that moment, in that bus,
yes.
And I'll expound on it. And out comes artistry. Sometimes I look back and say, wow,
You're impressed with yourself. How long have you been writing poetry?
From grade, I was in grade 5 when I wrote my first poem.
Okay.
Called I Wish I Had a Cat to Chase Those Nasty Rats.
You have it with it?
I do, as long as I have it in my heart.
Go ahead.
Let me explain this. In our home, listen, we lived in a corner where there were nice homes, but our house is like the worst of the worst of all the homes.
Lord.
So we had some rats running around, You have your dinner meal with the chicken and the rice and everything, and you turn around, you come back, the meat gone.
You compete with the rats?
Next thing you see the rat dance you and hole, you pulling your chicken through the hole.
Oh my God. I'm glad you can laugh about it.
I can laugh now.
So can you share that poem?
Sure, I can do that. It's, I wish I had a cat. I wish I had a cat to chase those nasty rats. They drink my milk and eat my cheese, and sometimes even make me sneeze. Oh, they are so big and gray. I don't want them to stay. They've been here since May, even June and July. Oh, I don't know why. I wish I had a cat to chase those nasty rats. Ooh. I wrote that when I was in grade 5.
Did you say that for anybody as a child?
Oh no.
That was all your secret, eh? Wow.
I kept it as is. I didn't revise it as I grew older. I was saying I could add more. I said, you know something, I'm going to leave this as is. This is my very first poem I wrote. As a child, that was my thinking, and I kept it as my mom, at one point in her life, she used to come home drunk as a skunk, my grandma would say. 2 o'clock, 2 a.m. in the morning, she come in, knocking on the door, bam, 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 open up this blankety blanket door before I don't knock it blanking down. So you can imagine as a child how terrifying that was for me. I just wanted a normal mommy who would come be at home, give me love, you know, cook me some food when school over, they have some food. That's what I wanted, just a normal mom. So there were many times I was like crying and asking God, why did you put me in this family? Why did you give me a normal daddy and a normal mommy? You know, that's all I wanted. However, during those emotional points in my life, I'd take pen to paper and I begin to write. And I would have written stories, you know, stories, whereas my teachers, they were so engulfed in it. They're like, oh, Chervette, you wrote any more stories?
Wow.
Yeah, I just write. And my writing would take out that frustration that I was experiencing. It take me into a whole other world.
So you traveled?
Yes, travel, because inside the home, the fighting and the rowing and the cursing and everything that a child would not want. There was no peace. However, when I started to write, that's where I got the peace from.
Oh. So have you had many opportunities? Have you compiled a book, or do you plan to?
Yes, I have had many opportunities to just come out there and present my work, you know, whether at a party or whether at a school. I've done numerous of them. And then, yes, I've compiled, I have over 100 poems.
Wow.
I have in my computer at the time. I'm dealing with my publisher now, trying to put a book together, right? But I also noticed that just it being on paper, it does injustice because I need to say it.
Okay.
It brings it alive when I'm able to say it.
Because I see you dramatizing and holding your head and stuff. So
right,
you're actually an actress.
Yes. So when I present my poem, I bring it alive, and in your mind you're actually able to see everything that's taking place. Like the mechanic. I don't know if I did the mechanic. Do you before?
No.
You got a head piece of this one.
Go ahead.
Mama done called the mechanic man to come and fix your car. Old Betsy sitting in the garage for more than 3 months now. Mechanic man be happy home more than I could count. And for some strange reason, he never charged Mama no amount. I come home early one day and he was stretched out in my chair. Anger washing through my veins because he wasn't supposed to be there. Mama come dash from she room, all dressed down in red, smelling like some flower shop. She had petals for she wear. Mechanic man jumped to his feet. Not a word he said. Mama sent me to my room, said I must go and play. I didn't like what I was feeling. Something was really wrong. Blood boiling in my veins, Papa taking mighty long. Say, but 2 hours later, I see my pa coming home, tired from me hard day's work, gone straight there to he warm. When he realized what was going on, Papa most catch heart attack, cause the only thing he see was the volcano greasy back. As he ran for his shotgun, there was no bullet in, but one by one he load she up. Then the fight began. Mechanic man grab his clothes, dashing for the door. Papa lick off his first shot, missing him by an inch or more. As he aimed for his running legs, Mama grabbed a holy hand. Papa went to the left, causing him to miss the mechanic man. He was sweating droplets of blood, thought he was there for sure. Lift your hand and say, Lord, I swear I ain't gonna do this thing no more. Papa shoot that gun again, grazing him by an inch. He knew for sure that the next one, he was going to feel a pinch. But mechanic man drive off in the car, never ever looking back, forgetting that old Betsy still needed fixing inside the shack. The Papa never mentioned to Mama about that incident at all. But he left them bullets as is, embedded inside the wall. He say it's for remembrance, so that Ma would always know that he there is a real man, not some kind of puppy show. Well, Mama learned she lesson, Papa let off his steam. As Mama think that to herself, boy, I tell you, two could play this game. That's called the mechanic.
Oh, that's about Bahamian. The mechanic. Americans have the milkman. Same scenario.
That's right.
The greasy back?
Yeah, the greasy back.
Oh.
Now, when you have the mechanic greasy back, don't let us laugh at that point because they mind and go on.
Because they can relate. You so brazen to tell the truth, right? But what do you do when you're telling all our story, like a literature book called McGrail Street? And they talk about McGrail Street. I see Street. Every neighborhood tangling up.
Yes,
so with
yes.
the mechanic, it's like the woodsman.
Yeah, so, and a lot of people can relate to the mechanic.
Wow.
Now, that one there, I was up, I think like 2 a.m. one morning, and that's when the inspiration came to me. I went behind my computer. I tell you no real lie. The Holy Ghost himself started talking to me, and I just started writing.
Wow. So that was telling you someone's business.
Yeah, so that one was like a direct inspiration.
Wow.
I was just laughing behind that computer as I typed, because I could see the whole picture. So he gave me that one himself. So I didn't experience that.
Oh man, that was something.
It was
but it mashed so many cons.
Yeah, a lot of them.
A lot of us can relate if it was not the mechanic man, the insurance man, because so much babies on the island look like the insurance guy, and you figure why.
That's right.
They come to service.
Well,
let me touch on the reading aspect. Are you a lover of reading?
No, I'm not a lover of reading.
No, you're not?
No.
That is strange.
That's what I tell myself, come on girl, how old you is? You ain't read a whole book for this year?
Yeah.
I am not a lover of reading.
Because normally people who are into poetry and things say, well, but you just love living. Not reading.
I'll tell you my story. When I got to reading, I gotta force myself.
Oh my
The
God.
most I read is my Bible.
Oh, that's
I have
good.
to force myself to read.
Okay.
But I can write out like additions and stuff for you to read. But don't ask me to read it.
You know what is
I
also
can read, but boy.
refreshing is that you are a believer.
I am, yes.
You are a believer.
I'm a child.
Yeah,
God used to talk to me.
but you're not over spiritual in your
No.
work.
No, I'm not.
And
I'm
that
not.
is because some believers they can't say a word without hallelujah.
Yeah, because they religious. I done been to that religious walk. I was there too one time, and God had to break me down. I said, listen, no. Like for instance, I would never listen to a Luther Vandross song back in the day when I was religious.
Oh, when you were
And
religious.
yes, and God had tell me all music is mine. You know what He said, this is here for your enjoyment. Listen, I love Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Bob Marley.
My God.
As long as you know cussing and talking about you want to kill somebody.
Like the rappers.
Yeah, I ain't into that.
Sexual.
You understand? I love sexual healing.
Oh, you love
that? Yes, right. Whenever I get in the mood, I play it all day. If that my husband come my beat him and stuff.
You set up.
You understand?
Oh, good stuff, good stuff. So it is refreshing.
Yes.
And people need to understand that life is about balance.
You understand?
Your poetry speaks about an aspect of life. And then you have your faith. And then you have your family. And are you involved in any community work?
Yeah, what I do personally is there's something God put in my heart to do, and I took a break from it, called Talent Extravaganza. I remember when I first went on stage, I had the stage fright to be able to hold a mic and stand in front of everybody else. This was in church, mind you. And it came to me, you know something? If had I had the opportunity as a child to overcome this stage fright, when I became at this age of 19, when I first went on stage, I said I would have been able to be further ahead, overcome this. Yes. So what God put my heart to do is, my husband, he has a DJ system, because he, with the music and the mics and all that stuff. So we have our vacant land, we set up the sound system with the big speaker boxes and the mics and the stage. And I put an invitation there for young children, silent children. I said, come, bring your talent. If you could sing, you come. The stage is right here, the mic is here. If you could rap, if you could dance, yes, just come and bring your talent. Talent extravaganza. And because they have the boldness, the audacity to come up there and fulfill that, I have a nice bag of treat to give them. Here you are. This is
so
you know.
where was this done? Which area?
In Golden Gates, it's Garden Hills now.
Okay.
Yeah, right next door to my home. And we do it the first Friday of every month.
Okay.
So the children get an opportunity to go on stage, and at that time my children were small then, and going to school and stuff like that, the teachers them always choose them come, because they're not afraid. They don't be into all of that. Yeah. And when they take that mic, they be like, wow, they're so bold. Like my 7 years is in the spelling bee, he won it. when he went up there and he's there, spell the word, and he's in grade 1. Spell the word microphone. MICROPH, and he is all bold, and they say, wow, he speaks with such authority, you know, but he's at his training, you know. So that's what my passion is, and I feed them afterwards, you know, and then I get to tell them about the word of God, share them some of my life where I did something wrong. That's what I like to do. I like to expose my life, like how you say, expose my life. Let me tell you what I did wrong. Yes. And so they can identify, wait a minute, she went through this, okay, you know, there's hope for me, because I go through this too. So that's where my passion is with children, you know.
Okay, so do you have plans to resume this?
Yes, as a matter of fact, when school opens,
I
intend to resume it and continue with that, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, first Friday in September, I'll be starting up again and gathering, because there's a lot of children in every area, every community. So if each individual, each adult, just take on just one child, you have more than a child. You understand? You don't know how far that'll take you. Because someone had to take me on.
Yes.
You have the environment, I tell you, I go over and man, listen, every Sunday God send, I had, you know, a fight inside, a big fight in bed down type thing with the songs, a big fight in bed. Every Sunday. Even my 2 uncles at each other, and listen, they take it now, but throw it, you gotta duck. You know what I mean? The next one taking the bat and whop. We had like, man, like the whole showdown every Sunday. The devil used to visit our home. And I had my Grammy, she used to be in the corner praying, but her prayer, I said, no, you know. And listen, my neighbor, he would come, because he was a little boy. He said, man, you all have such exciting time, you know. I wish I was living there. Everything with him. That time I was so ashamed. I wanted the earth to just open up and just swallow me.
But you know what I love you sharing that part. It tells us that we can overcome.
Get that right.
We can overcome, because most people, they make excuses. Well, this was my background, this is what I've been exposed to, so that's the way I am. And so your testimony that you can overcome those things of your childhood, and that you don't really have to conform. But you said that you had somebody who stood.
Yes, well, other than my Grammy, who's be in the corner praying every time, you know, she'd pray, I'd look at her, who's she praying to, you know, talking to this invisible force, called God, you know. But even though I had aunts going out partying, and uncle them selling their dope on the porch to the guys in the neighborhood, even though all of those negative stuff was around me, that one little light I saw that when she used to make Grammy used to go and pray and cry out to God. And then on the weekend, I had my grandaunt, which is my Grammy's sister. She'd come for me, and I'd go to her home. And I used to call it a peace haven. Every time when I go by her, it'd be peace. Because she had a husband and her 3 children. A normal family, what I so desired. So God would take me out of that dungeon and give me a peace on the weekend. And then when it's time for school, it's like how you say you did to that child and would get the school books and stuff. My aunt would do stuff like that for me. You understand? I'd watch her, observe her. She cook her husband's food. She'd come and serve it to him. So God would set me up and put me in there, because he knew that I'd be
that in the ticket for you. That's correct. But what I would like to draw attention to is this fact, that Miss Miller shared the fact that it took a village.
Yes.
And that's a strong message. That is the message of our Carmichael initiative, that it takes a village to raise a child. And we must return back to the concept of rearing children together, contributing, filling gaps in the lives of our children so they can have a balanced experience. And in doing so, they grow up to be whole and healthy adults who can make contribution and who have a sense of appreciation and will return and give back to our community you have been doing, and you plan to continue doing.
Yes, that's correct. You know, and I look forward to it. And the children, oh, Miss Miller, when you gonna do it again? Because they're looking forward to it, you know. Because here's what I found out too, being in school. If you're not a part of so-and-so child or whatever, they're very selective of who they get to choose to go on that stage, who they get to choose to say the prayer. You have to be a certain, you understand? So the talented one will get chucked right inside the corner, never get a chance because you're not so-and-so, sister so-and-so child in the church. So I've noticed that. And so with the talent extravaganza, what I do, I make it open for everybody. I don't care who you are. Once you have the guts to come on the
Yes.
stage, you are welcome.
Open mind.
You know, I don't come with no cuss and all that stuff.
No.
Everyone's a positive.
You have your standard.
You understand there's a standard, you know, and you come and you present whatever your gifting is that God give you, whether it's singing, dancing, whether it's rapping, whatever it is. Some people even came and they did the clap, what you call that, the tap dancing.
Tapping dance.
Yeah, so that's, and some come with their art. They come and they present, this is what I drew here, you know, and they flip the pages and show them, you know. So whatever their gift is, they come and they present that. And I'm pretty much sure it gives them the sense of pride, the sense of like, wow, somebody see me as valuable enough to come here, you know. So it's amazing and I enjoy it, you know. And a lot of the children are now grown up. Some of them are now going to college and stuff like that, you know.
Yes,
and it knows be good when they come and say, oh, Miss Miller, thank you.
Yeah. Plant
You know?
a good seed.
Yeah.
I'm having a blast. I found a kindred spirit in Miss Miller because we like to bust a laughing, and I know you'd noticed this, but this is live and this is spontaneous. We ain't hacking, we ain't pretending. This is who we are. We are Bahamian women. Beautiful plus size women, I must say.
We is
Yes, Bahamian. Plus size, beautiful Bahamian women who are not ashamed to share our talent and also to have you listening on our conversation. So, Miss Miller, you were telling me something about your teenage.
Yes, when I was a teenager, things were so bad inside my home. Other than I had my mom, she would come home, like I said, about 3 o'clock in the morning, when everybody's quiet. And I was always like a person that was like, you know, like to myself, and I like things, you know, secret. I didn't like things out in the open.
Yeah.
You understand? I like
reserved.
Right, I'm very reserved. And she come up 2 o'clock, bam, bam, she talking loud. Open up this blankety blanket door, before I don't knock it blanket down. And she using the words. I just saying blanket to edit.
It's so safe. You want me filling the blanks? You want me filling one of those blanks? No, I'm only kidding.
And I'd be so embarrassed because I know everybody in the neighborhood can help, you know. I just wanted a normal family, a normal home. That's all I wanted, man. Listen, the house had the big hole bust up inside the roof. You had a piece of that inside when my parents were able to read. And listen, by the time the bed, you gotta ever go no shower, you know. You get one soap, one towel, you go right underneath that hole and you bathe while it's raining. With that water like dropping right down there like one shower. And then, man, sometimes when the toilet bowl clogged, my uncles, they were so into themselves. They didn't supposed to be man in the house, but they in their 20s. He want to go and fix the toilet bowl. That part of my boy too.
Wow.
You know, so we had things like that, drastic things happening. And then we had to wait for my Grammy to come. Cause my mom, she'd go disappear for 3 and 4 days before we get to see her sometimes. And then, of course, she was good at times. Sometimes we see her for 3 weeks straight or something. But there was some times when she disappeared. And as a child, you more inclined to remember them times when she ain't there compared to the times when she was there, you know. And sometimes we as children, it was 6 of us, we sit down crying, I want my mommy. And I was like 5 at that time. All of us 1 year apart. So if I'm 5, that's when 4, 3.
Stop it there. Building blocks.
Yeah.
Building blocks.
You know, and I was the oldest at the time. We cried. So my life was like, God, you know, but you put me, why didn't you give me a normal home?
Tell us about your home now that you're creating.
Listen, my home now, the only time when
Everything
there's
you
any,
wanted?
Yes, the things that I wanted as a child. I've been married now 19 years. Our oldest daughter, she will be 18 in November, so she's 17 now.
Okay.
So all of our children are in the marriage. That's something I always wanted. I didn't want any of my children to experience not having a father, because I was born in a good secret sexual relationship.
She first told me she was born in a adultery. Girl, no way. Secret, it was a good secret.
Yeah, you know they had to have some good sex too.
Secret.
This product here,
hallelujah. See, now you get a praise out of me.
So my dad was married to his wife at the time, so he couldn't be there for me. He had to be with his family and his wife and his children. Understand? And I didn't understand that as a child. So I made up my mind, when I get older, I'm going to make sure my children don't experience this, what I'm experiencing. I remember one time I went outside and I started crying. I saw my friend with her daddy, and then when school time, the daddy bringing the lunch. One time the daddy was holding the child up on the shoulder. I wanted to experience that, you understand? And I couldn't, you know, I wanted to. And I remember crying, and God used to talk to me from I was small. And I said, God, I don't want no daddy. I want a daddy. I said, I was crying to him, all the tears draining and snot draining out my face. I want a daddy. And God said to me, and he whispered so softly in my heart, he said, I am your father. And that's how I click on to that word.
Yes.
He said, I'm your father. You understand? My grandma always used to tell me, he said, don't worry, you ain't going to be small forever. One day you can be old and you have your own home, your own husband. She said, I said, what is now though? He said, don't worry, you ain't gonna be young all the time. Sometimes my uncle, he used to take advantage of us, because he's old, he come and slap you inside your head. His socks missing, blankety blank, move my socks, somebody move my socks, ooh. And big old fight for this one socks was missing, it make no sense. Come to find out, the socks drop in the back of the TV, slide down, you know. And he ain't apologizing yet, you know.
Okay.
And he beat everybody for this one socks was missing, which is his fault, because it slide down behind the TV. So this is the type of environment that I grew up in.
And your life now is...
It's a fairy tale princess thing to do. Let me tell you this before I tell you my life. When I was like about 16 or 17, the devil visited me himself. He said, man, your life is so bad right now. You may as well just go take that knife and just cut your wrist and just end this whole shebang. You ain't got to wear no pain no more. You ain't got to hear no more arguments with your uncles them and your mother coming home drunk. You don't got to experience none of that no more once you kill yourself. That's what the devil said to me. And it sounded so good when it was coming out of his mouth. But you know there's always that still small voice when it's coming talk. He said, no, don't kill yourself. You kill yourself, you will bust hell wide open. And you will never see God. And I always long, I want to see God.
Yes.
So I had to tell the other voice, no, I'm not going to kill myself. You understand? I can live. So there be times young people, when the voice come, you got to talk back to it and say, I am not going to do that, because see, you have choice.
Yes.
I didn't know that as a child. I have choice when the devil present bad and God present good. I didn't know and understand that I'm the king, I'm the queen,
yes,
who choose how my life, like how you say, how your life could be.
Yes.
So you have choice. I had to learn that. And so now, my life now, I've been happily married now 19 years. Mind you, you have some walks and bumps, but that's fine. Because I love my husband, he loves me, both of us love God. We have 6 children in the union. I have my own home, which my husband drew and built. And I was right there with him, hammer and nail, because he's also a contractor. And we built our home, you understand? There's no whole big bus up inside the room. There's peace. The only time there's any type of argument, but I probably go pick on it. He said, wife, you know, I don't bother nobody. I'm very passive. The only time,
peace there, right?
the only time we'll have some argument is when you come and you bother me.
Yeah.
You know, this is allow me. I said, well, babes, you know, this is really bothering me. So it'll be me who will start the friction, you know. But I'm telling you, God is being good. And this is the thing about it. When I got my first paycheck out of when I came out of school, I was making $80 a week. And I took that $80 when I went to church, and I opened an envelope or anything, I just took the whole $80 and I put it very deep down. Remember they used to have the bag, the offering bag.
Yes.
And I shoved my hand way down in that bag and I say, God, I'm giving you back this $80. This is my first seed in my life. That in my life, anytime I need any type of job or anything, you will provide for me. I'm giving this back to you. And I put the entire thing inside there, you know. Not knowing that God set me up so good. My husband said to me before we got married, he said, now, I believe in having a wife at home to raise up my children. And when they're of age and they could understand and fend for themselves, you know, it'll be okay. If you want to go and work, you could go and do that, you know, but I want you to be there at home with my children. I will take care of all the bills and all the responsibilities. Yes, this is the discussion we had before we even got married. And I was okay with that because in me, I knew I was supposed to be at home, taking care of my children. So when he said that, I was like, wow,
Everything you wanted.
Yes, so this is God. So for 19 years now, the only time if I have to go on any type of job, it would be because of my choice. He takes care of all of the bills, every single one of them. I don't have to hit my head. If we have no food inside the house, I know he can make a way, you understand? And that's how he's been consistent, just like that. Throughout all the years we've been married, and I thank God for that, So that one seed I gave back to my father, he's multiplied in ways, you understand? I said, boy, Daddy, you don't play, So sometimes God put a little something inside your heart, you follow that and you do that thing, and you watch God multiply it himself.
Yes, exactly. Faith is the substance
of things hoped for. It's the evidence of things not seen.
But yet believe.
You understand?
Action word.
Preach it like that. Michael, when amplifying, you're good to go.
You know what is so refreshing?
What's that?
You are who you are.
Yeah,
There's no pretense.
That's right.
And you are allowing God to use the gift and talents that He has given you, and you're also doing what we and our Carmichael is about, and that is for building community.
Yes.
One individual at a time. So thank you so much, and I'm going to invite you to close out and one of your poems, and I'm going to sit back here and enjoy myself. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And this one I can read from the book because I don't have all of it inside my heart. This one is called Man of the House. When last you been in the kitchen to throw the garbage out? Roach crawling on the floor, flies buzzing all about. Now I say I was getting empty, but you tells me to leave it there. You promised to get rid of it when you got some time to spare. The stove done out of gas. Right now I cooking on hot plate. Them chairs only got 3 legs, can't carry too much weight. A month done past now, and the grass they're getting tall. The house ain't fixed for 10 years, paint crackling off the wall. The fence lean from side to side every time the wind is blow. The neighbors pointing fingers at me, say I is Poppy show. Big hole bust up in the rain from last year hurricane. Furniture's getting wet, man, every time it start to rain. The garage, they fully of tools, thrown down everywhere. Food wrappers on the ground. Now maybe for 1 year. Old Betsy need new windshield to protect me from the fog. Take her down to the mechanic man. She need fixing up for real. Car engine always cutting off, back tires and start to peel. BEC and Batelco, they done send they one in slips. The doctors want money from the time you bust your hips. The man done turn off the water, and I ain't blaming one bit. All you just do is sit for months. The man done turn off the water, I ain't blaming one bit. You ain't pay the bills for months. All you just do is sit. Blocks holding up the beds, the blankets worn and thin. Man, you ain't tired yet of this filth we living in? You say you can fix my washer. The clothes done piled so high. You ain't paid insurance for over a year. Miss Daisy wonder why. I tired eating leftover from yesterday and before. Man put some money inside my hand so I could go down to the store. You done say what you could do for me. But I know that ain't no truth. I done give you time to finish what you say that you could do. All my friends them laugh at me. They say I is a fool. Putting up with your no-good ways. And you're stubborn like one mule. I've been your sweetheart for over 10 years. But man, I done true. I send you home to your wife and kids, you just give you money too. I tired being second in your life. Man, loose me and set me free. I can't find my own man who can really take care of me.
That's the sweetheart. That's the sweetheart. I am so sorry. That's the sweetheart getting the bad treatment.
Yes, for 10 years.
You know better.
You thought it's white one.
You know better, my sisters. Do better. Thank you for joining our conversation. Thank you for peeping in on us, because this has been a private moment. We've been enjoying ourselves. We might as well have been under connect tree. Yeah. But thank you so much. And like I said, Bahamians are brilliant people, and this is one of a brilliant Bahamian woman who's so beautiful much. And who's grown up and the fear of God.
Yes.
And it's not been over spiritual, it's been a delight.
And like I gotta do some poetry just based on sexual escapades.
Oh, we could talk. Thank you so much. We can talk.
They can book me whenever they're ready and come to functions, you know. Definitely. Hey, make sure you.